Alison.
I didn't know you were here.
Is anything wrong?
No, I just couldn't sleep, that's all.
Oh, well, could I get you something? A sleeping pill, perhaps?
No, nothing. But thank you.
A drink. Some brandy. It'll help you rest.
All right. I'll have a little brandy.
For purely medicinal purposes, Doctor.
I can't believe it. She is dead, Jean-Paul.
Yes, Erica is dead, but not forever.
I can't bear to think of her in that artificial lung-like. She should be allowed to die with dignity, be properly interred, and her soul returned to God.
Let's forget about Erica for the moment. And about our private little quarrel about the manner of her burial. More brandy?
That portrait.
Oh, Jacques Éloi Desmondes.
If you were alive today, he could be your twin.
If he were alive, he could even be me.
Oh. Not after what Raxel told me.
Oh, the family gossip. Now, what did she tell you about Jacques?
She told me he was a devil, the embodiment of evil. He haunts this house and the whole island. And even worse than that.
Even worse than that? How could it be?
She told me that you freed him from a centuries-old curse, and that he possesses your soul.
A man 300 years dead. Slightly ridiculous, don't you think?
Yes, I expected. Oh, yeah, Mel Jardin. I'm beginning to believe anything could happen.
A woman like you, a doctor. Oh, come now, you surely don't believe in that sort of nonsense. I will tell you that he was a very active man. He was a chevalier. He was renowned of royalty. He was a scholar, an engineer, a navigator, an explorer, and a free looter. He was the beginning of the family's true wealth. Legend has it that the coral caves beneath this island of Maljardin, he buried a king's ransom, which still lies hidden. To tell you the truth, I'm a secret admirer of his.
You admire a man who killed his wife, whose spirit threatens death to all of us here.
Well, come and sit. You've had a rather difficult day. I must say that the last of the sorceresses has given you some grounds for even feeling a little uneasy yourself. Now, I'll tell you something. If this Jacques were here today, at this very moment, he would behave in much the same way as I am.
You do identify with him, and that frightens me.
Well, look at our history. He had a wife that he adored who died, as I did. He brought her to this chateau, as I brought Erica. He lost a princess, a woman he loved.
As you lost Erica.
Well, you could say that the connection has a ring of witchcraft about it. But only in theory, of course.
That's a comfort.
But I will add one more thing. Jacques' wife had a sister. And her name was Raoua.
Raoua? It's a pretty name.
It's the name of a goddess. And her hair was like ripened wheat. Her skin was as white as goat's milk, and as soft to the touch as the morning mist on the water of the lakes.
Sounds lovely. So real. Describe her as though you knew her.
History, to me, is real. And so romantic, in spite of the tragedy.
How did his wife die?
Huaca was her name. They climbed to the headland alone to watch the sunset. They didn't realize that the terrible force of the trade winds would be a danger to them. The terrible force at the cliff edge. And when they reached there, Jacques Helois's cries of warning were drowned in the wind that plucked her from the cliff heights and threw her into the sea like a rag doll.
Oh, how dreadful. And he must have loved her very much. Just as you loved Erica.
Yes, he chose to join his wife in death. But I choose to wait until my Erica joins me in life.
Please, let's not revive that argument this evening.
You are right. Besides, whenever I think of Jacques Helois, I like to think of him as living, not as a man who had died before.
The guests are in the dining room, Master. Shall I have the dinner, sir?
By all means, Raxel, and pour some wine for a toast to the intrigue of the future.